Hello, and welcome to the 2021 UC Riverside LGBT Resource Center Lambda Celebration. I just wanted to start off by saying we at UCR would like to respectfully acknowledge and recognize our responsibility to the original and current caretakers of this land, water, and air, the Cahuilla, Tongva, Laseño, and Serrano peoples, and all of their ancestors and descendants, past, present, and future. Today, this meeting is home to many Indigenous peoples from all over the world, including UCR faculty, students, and staff, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on these homelands. Every year, it's the pleasure of the Chancellor's Advisory Committee on LGBT Students, faculty, and staff to honor our campus LGBTQ community. I'm Toy Thibodeau, co-chair of the committee.
And I'm Joel Smith, the other co-chair of the committee. Let's kick off this year's Lambda Celebration with some well wishes from members of UCR's OutList.
Hello, I'm Dr. Christine Mata, the Associate Vice Chancellor and your Dean of Students. I want to take this time to congratulate all of our Lambda graduates. Many of you have had to overcome major obstacles to reach this milestone. I want to say that we are proud of you. I'm proud of you. I want to recognize your persistence and resilience, all indicative of what UCR students are all about. This is bittersweet for me. I'm sad to see you go, but I am so happy that we all had the privilege of witnessing your growth and progress. I cannot wait to see where the next chapter takes you. This is an exciting time. So congratulations, you have earned this moment, your moment. This is your moment. Give yourself some time to soak it all in and celebrate your accomplishment. Congratulations to all of our Lambda graduates of 2021. We are so proud of you.
Hello, I'm Peter Hayashida, out and proud Vice Chancellor for University Advancement. This has been a difficult year, and we at UCR are so proud of all you've accomplished. The perseverance, courage, and tenacity of our students, faculty, and staff have been such an inspiration throughout this unsettling time. After you leave, please stay connected to UC Riverside. Your alma mater needs your talent and voice to help the next generation of UCR Highlanders. Whether you mentor current students, volunteer for Highlander Day of Service, join your alumni association, or find other ways to support UCR, your involvement will keep us strong. When I was in your place many years ago, I had no idea what my future held. Landing in higher education as a career has been a gift, one that gives me great optimism for the future, seeing the passion, energy, and commitment you take out to the world. So good luck, keep in touch, and make time to visit UCR. We hope to make you proud in the years to come as we welcome more of California's best and brightest to campus. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Greetings. My name is Shantae Thomas, and I serve as the Associate Dean of Students for the Ethnic and Gender Centers, and I use she, her pronouns. To my Rainbow Warriors, my trans, queer, non-binary family, congratulations, and thank you. Thank you for trusting the LGBTRC, thank you for trusting UCR, and thank you for trusting all you've engaged with in this process. Because let's be honest, none of this has been easy, specifically with the pandemic in the backdrop. So yes, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to see you through this chapter of your story. Through the midterms that landed in week 8, to the 20-page papers, to the group work that might not have felt so much like a group, to enduring 110-degree weather in November, and to all of the sleepless nights. From the beautiful queer and transness you exuded through events such as the LGBTRC orientation and Blackout and Presente and the other outstanding activities you attended. To all of the experiences, both good and challenging, you did that. And this university is forever changed because you left a lasting impression. And while I imagine many before me have provided sound advice, let me leave you with one more salient reminder. You are enough, full stop. So whatever your next steps might be, feel free to leave behind any and all moments of doubt, any hints of the imposter syndrome, or any questions you have about your value and worthiness, because through your persistence, activism, organizing, negotiating, and simply existing, you are ready and fully prepared for the road ahead. So in this next stage of adulting, Don't forget about all the fabulous relationships you fostered, from your friends and peers and to the staff and faculty. And feel free to check back in on us occasionally. We care about you, you matter, and we are so excited to see you continue to pave a way forward, as well as the path you've solidified for those that will come after you. Keep soaring, keep taking up space, and we'll see you soon. Congratulations again. Peace out.
Hi, I'm Megan Rush, the Program Coordinator of the LGBT Resource Center. Every year, we invite a former UCR student to speak at the Lambda Celebration. Please join Center Director Nancy Jean Tubbs in conversation with Noel Mariano, class of 2005 and 2009.
Noel! Hi!
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, hey, world. I am so happy to be here with Noel Mariano, who graduated from UCR's undergrad program in Creative Writing and English Media Studies back in 2005. And then they graduated again with an MFA in Creative Writing in 2009. I know Noel for many reasons, but one of them is because they are one of the co-creators of the Coming Out Monologues, which Queer Alliance still hosts to this day. It was online digital during the between times right now. But we're gonna spend a little bit of time with our illustrious alum and learn about you, Noel, and who you are and what you've been up to and a little more about the Coming Out Monologues. Is that cool?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Good answer. So, what have you been up to since you graduated from UCR?
So since graduating from UCR, I ended up living as a academic. I was in a doctorate program for creative writing at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and now I teach at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee in their Comparative Ethnic Studies program and LGBT Studies program. And also, while I'm here in Milwaukee, I have since become the assistant producer for The Moth, which is a national storytelling competition and podcast, which you could hear on NPR.
Wow. Okay, NPR, it's my people. Wonderful. And thinking, so it's been a long time since you've been at UCR, and you were here for quite a few years because you earned 2 degrees. What do you remember most about being a Highlander?
The one thing I remember vividly and fondly about my time as a Highlander was when I bridged that gap from undergrad to grad, and still being able to be involved in some of the student leadership, specifically with the Cutie Pop conference, Out of the Rainbow and Into the Streets, planning that, and then jumping right into Drag Ball, and doing those back to back. How it was intense, it was wild, it was time crunch, but it was so much fun. And just being able to, find my people at the center. And also, this was before the center moved to its new location, how we were all packed in together, and how I could just pop over to WRC and say hi to people, and just feeling community just by walking down the halls of Costo Hall.
So can you share a little bit about your memories of how the Coming Out Monologues came to be created?
So this one time at Snow Camp, how that kind of became the running gag because everything kind of just evolved from Snow Camp. I remember sitting in one of the cabins, and I was there with Rodrigo Hernandez, Terry Joaquin, Matt Davis. Oh, Matt says hi, by the way. And Rodrigo brought up the idea of, I think it's because he was reading Eve Endler's The Vagina Monologues for one of his classes, and he started to talk about just monologues and coming out stories. And that's when Jezreel Go and I essentially did our mini coming out monologues at Snow Camp, when we kind of did that showcase where both of us performed a monologue that we wrote. And then when we got back to campus, I remember Rodrigo talking to Brian Daniel Oglesby and Caden Cathers and Janelle Crane, because Rodrigo had the idea, but didn't have the theatrical background, whereas Brian Daniel Oglesby and Caden did, and we all kind of like coalesced together, and we thought, why not do it? Why not write a script? So we did. We started with trying to gauge from our own personal coming out narratives. Then we did a national call where we wanted to try to get as many varied and just different monologues and perspectives as possible. Where we had someone who came out as an ally, someone who came out as non-binary, and just getting those different perspectives and getting those different identities reflected and showcased was actually something that I remember pouring through each of those emails with all the monologues and wishing that we could include everyone. But then the show would have been about 6.5, 7 hours, and I don't think we would have been allowed to be on campus for that long. And it's awesome to just see that something that kind of like sparked out of Rodrigo talking about a class assignment, and just sparking from there, going into this full-fledged thing, and seeing the evolution of it, and seeing that QA is still performing as a campus tradition.
Yeah, it is. It has been wonderful seeing other universities do their own spin on it. Their students, staff, faculty, alum creating their own monologues, and it all started at UCR. And the other thing I was reflecting on the other day is, boy, the coming out monologues have performed everywhere on campus. It's been in the barn. It's been in lecture classrooms.
Yep, I think Physics 1000 was the first stage of the coming out monologues.
Yep, it's been outside on the steps of the arts building. It was at the Starbucks on campus, which didn't exist when you were a student, but we have a Starbucks now, and they took over the Starbucks space with a bunch of queer and trans flags and just performed it outside. And then, of course, it went digital this year with the pandemic. So people's voices, they find a way to be heard, and sometimes in very unusual venues that it all worked out. So I'm wondering if you'd be willing to share one of your monologues. I feel like you probably have a million by now, but if you could share with current graduating students as well as the UCR campus LGBTQ family your experience around coming out.
All right. Yeah. So this is an updated version of my monologue that I actually performed when we did the coming out monologues here at UW Milwaukee, and it is a little dated because when I originally performed the monologue a few years back for UWM, I had to pull out my Game Boy, but now I have this as my prop for my monologue. All right. So this is Game of Queer. Oh, sweet! The new Pokemon game came out. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. You are about to go on a fabulous journey. Now, are you a boy or a girl? Are you a boy or a girl? Are you a boy or a girl? Sometimes I don't know whether the sign that attributes itself to me is an arrow pointing up or a cross pointing down. I don't know, because sometimes remembering who you are and coming out is an everyday process, and every day you sink into yourself and sink into your skin. So why do I feel so cold when I'm defined by terms so clinical? One of my friends told me a few years back that Bruce Lee has a quote about be like water, be adaptable, change. And it made me think about those times that I resisted my identity. I don't belong in one box. I don't belong in the binary. I thread the line between both. I'm like my cat. My cat would rather sit on the floor than lay down on the 2 cat beds I lay out for them. I don't have to choose whether I'm male, female. I don't have to choose any of my identities. I straddle the line, I straddle that margin between Asian and American. I am that hyphen. I am that person who tries to resist. I came into my identity after years of understanding that masculinity is so fragile that the slightest brush against femininity shatters it. And femininity is so strong that it grows generations. I hold these multitudes within me, to paraphrase Walt Whitman. And when I listen to my friends tell me, be like water, be adaptable, be fluid, perhaps that's what my gender identity is. I am this wide array of colors that span both my skin and my surroundings. I am this idea that we don't need to be pegged down by what outsiders tell us, who try to police and gatekeep who we are. If there's no such thing as wardrobes and only costumes, I'm doing 3 to 4 costume changes a day. Whether it be a simple flick of eyeshadow, or a little bit of a button-up, cologne behind the ears, or perfume on the wrist, I'm performing who I am, slowly. Am I a boy or a girl? Well, Professor Oak, I'm your newest Pokemon master. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Noel.
I told you when you talked about it, I'm still that nerdy undergrad that you knew who was playing video games instead of doing homework in the center.
I do have memories of walking in, a lot of Magic the Gathering happening near the Lending Library.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you so much for being part of this year's Lambda Celebration, Noel. I love seeing your face. I love hearing your voice. I love all the memories you bring to my heart when we interact. I love that you were for a short time my colleague in student affairs. Yay. But now you are, I understand, trained to be a vet. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. Let's say farewell to this talk, and we'll get back to the rest of the Lambda Celebration. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021.
We are happy to announce this year's recipient of the UCR LGBTQIA Student Leadership Scholarship, Azalea M. Corral.
Azalea has made a multi-year impact at UCR, leading in collaborations with other students, several amazing spaces for LGBTQ people. In 2020, Azalea helped plan the Queer Trans People of Color Conference hosted by UCR in person just weeks before the pandemic closed our campus. She also co-led with La Familia de UCR in collaboration with Chicano Student Programs and the LGBT Resource Center 2 Presente conferences, one in person and one online.
Azalea shared this about the QTPOC conference and Presente conference. These conferences mean a lot to me because there are not many spaces where I feel that my identities as part of the Latinx community and the LGBT plus community are welcome to intersect. And there have been many other people who I've spoken to that share this sentiment as well. It is important to me that queer and trans people of color feel secure in their identities, and I am glad that I have the opportunity to help people feel this way by taking part in the planning and attendance of these conferences.
Azalea has also been involved with student organizations Queer Alliance of UCR since 2018, helping QA create large-scale UCR traditions that empower and welcome LGBTQ students in the surrounding community. These events include Pride Prom, an inclusive prom dance that the LGBTQ youth of Southern California can attend and enjoy while freely expressing themselves safely. Azalea also helped plan the coming out monologues, which Azalea says has had a big impact on her and the others involved, as they are able to be vulnerable and in a safe community surrounded by people who have gone through similar circumstances.
So we want to congratulate Azalea this year's LGBTQIA Student Leadership Scholarship recipient. All right, so please join us in congratulating this year's Lambda Awards honorees. Woo! Yay!
Cue the applause.
Hello, I am Cuauhtemoc Miranda, and I'm a doctoral candidate in the Critical Dance Studies PhD program here at the University of California at Riverside in Pachapa. I am a CYOLO Butch Queen, and my research and writing focuses on the dance form of Vogue, and specifically the Black and Brown and Indigenous Vogue practitioners who continue to use dance to conjure spiritual power and political resistance. I am a member of the LGBT community here at UC Riverside, and it is my great honor and it is my pleasure to share why Angelica Ballesteros is one of 2 recipients of the Stephen Shum Activism Award this year. Angelica transferred to UC Riverside from UC Davis to be closer to her home, family, community in Moreno Valley. While at UC Davis, Angelica was the primary artist and organizer for the UC Davis Disorientation Zine that is still in use today. This zine helps orientate students to UC Davis with a perspective of resistance and social justice activism. It is beautiful, inspiring, and knowledgeable. Angelica has greatly contributed to the UCR community and the Inland Empire through their considerable and continued contribution towards social justice and radical personal vitality, also known as sheer survivance of queer and transgender people of color. Through the 2020-2021 pandemic, they, with the Queer Coalition of the Inland Empire, were able to fundraise money that would go towards direct support for queer, transgender, and two-spirit peoples of the Inland Empire in need due to the catastrophic reduction in employment and resources by the COVID-19 pandemic. They continue to lead with the Queer Coalition, organize fundraisers, and political action demonstrations to bring attention and resources towards queer and transgender people in need in the Inland Empire. Congratulations, Angelica Ballesteros, and best of luck to you in your commencement.
Since I met Kiki, they have always been heavily involved in a ton of on-campus activities, many of which involve the LGBTQ community. I know them best from our time as members and now board members of the Latinx Play Project. Kiki has always been a fierce advocate for diversity in the stories we tell in LPP. Whether it's putting on a fully staged production based around the music of Juan Gabriel or a completely original online show about queer romances in the community, they are always there, thrilled to be involved, and pushing to make sure things run as perfectly as they can in theater. They are so passionate about their work, and I look up to them a great deal. Being a year younger, I have found myself turning to them for advice, whether it be professional or personal, and they are always willing to listen and help in any way they can. And I'm sure many others can say the same. Congratulations on this award, Kiki. You deserve it.
Congratulations, Kiki, our Diversity Council co-chair. Despite the turn of events into a remote setting for our committee, you have managed to keep us going strong. You helped cultivate a space that allowed us to become family, to cry and vent to each other, and encourage and support one another through many endeavors. I praise you for having a warm heart, for being beautiful inside and out, for sticking to your truth and always making your voice heard while amplifying ours. As you continue working towards a better future for marginalized communities, I have no worries that it will result in success, as I can't wait to see what you accomplish when we meet officially in person. I imagine you're radiating Virgo energy, bouncing off of every individual you come across, and that you'll continue to make an impact to inspire others. But until then, you are so deserving of this award, and I wish you the best. Always much love and respect to you.
Hello, today I am presenting the Graduate Student Service Awards to Cuauhtemoc Miranda for the Mais Writing Group. The Mais Writing Group is a group that meets twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays and it has been a safe place for community members, graduate students, and undergraduate students to focus on their writing. And I have noticed how great of a community space it has become because we are all willing to share our own personal growth as well as be in community with each other and focus on our own personal goals. So I am honored to announce Guatemala Miranda as the recipient of the Graduate Student Service Awards.
Hey everyone, it's Megan here again. I'm here to present the 2021 Lambda Award for Undergraduate Student Leadership to Azalea Corral. This award acknowledges outstanding leadership in the LGBT and allies community by a currently enrolled UCR undergraduate student. Azalea is not only a Mellon and Mays Fellow, where she researches equity issues in underrepresented minority college students, but she is also the vice president of both the Queer Alliance Group and LAFA de UCR. Both groups strive to create spaces for LGBTQ+ students to find resources and create relationships with people who are like them and willing to support them. Despite her parents both being killed and passing away a year ago, she has still managed to help put on the Presente conference and the coming out monologues. She also continues to attend every meeting for these clubs, contributes to conversations, and encourages young students to find their voices. Azalea Corral has worked endlessly since high school to find her voice as an activist, and she does this best by connecting with other students and creating spaces where they feel heard and represented. Congratulations to Azalea for the Undergraduate Student Leadership Award.
Noah has been doing an amazing job as co-president of QA. He makes sure that everything that needs planning gets done in a timely manner. Without him, the club would not be functioning in its online format as well as it has been. He makes sure to pull everyone into conversation so that no one feels left out and keeps the events of the club going. They were done virtually this year, but he's also done this in the past as well. He also goes the extra mile and goes to extra meetings with people outside of the organization to make sure that the quality of events that we host are as great as possible. He's helped to make sure that some of our biggest annual events, like the coming out monologues, drag ball, were well attended and that no detail went unnoticed. We're so proud of you, Noah, and thank you for everything that you've done for us.
Throughout this last year, especially during the pandemic, Setsu has not only been an advocate for me, but also other LGBT students and other students in marginalized communities. And they've been through one hell of a year, but I think they're one hell of a professor, and I think they're an amazing person. Setsu undoubtedly deserves this award. They're kind, they're compassionate, their commitment to social justice and transformative justice, and honestly, their passion for just making the world a better place is exactly why I nominated them for this award. Setsu deserves to be recognized for their hard work to this campus because they've done so much, and especially for the LGBT community, and especially our Black and Brown students. And so it is with great honor that I can give this award to Setsu. So yeah.
Congratulations to a record number of LGBTQ students graduating from UCR in 2021. We are so proud of your accomplishments, especially in this very unusual year where some of you had to make classrooms and offices in your closets to get privacy, where some of you had to figure out a way to make that assignment work or find that book online and get it from the library somehow. We know that this was a very challenging year, but you made it through.
You certainly did. We're so proud of you, and we, are inspired every day hearing your stories and sharing space with you. So congratulations. This is so well deserved. Love and light to all of you and your family.
All right, we are recording.
Ta-da!
Wait, where's record?
One of the things I tell Omar, who's our videographer, is choose a few outtakes to put at the end of the video.
Excellent.
Do you want to do it again?
We are giving no today.
So
Frank's gonna kill me for talking about when we set off that fire alarm.
That worked for me. Cut.
It worked for me. Good.
Mark being very possessive of that one pen.
I was going to be like, Alexa,
Cut.
play Applause by Lady Gaga.
I needed to sign something, and I asked if I could borrow a pen, and Mark was very adamant about make sure you give it back.
Applause is only available with Amazon Music Unlimited on his open.
Mark is still here, our administrative assistant, though now he has his own office where he can protect his pen.
If you're not going to play my song, I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah, let's see how much Mark hates us.
There we go. I feel like, do we have to do another take? I don't know.
I don't think so. They can cut that.
Mariano, no. Marino is not right. Mariano.
Alexa, play I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross.
So you know me, I've already talked to you about all those lovely veterinarian lesbian romance novels I like to read, so.
Because the graduates out of college during a pandemic.
Shout out to Anna Burke, my favorite novelist who writes about vets.
Oh, we shaking it.
Please join Center Director Nancy. Sorry, that was my dog.
Don't make me crip walk up in here.
I have to go hug my cat. I'm gonna go commune with Patsy.
I love chair dancing. You just don't understand. It's lovely.
Omar, you're listening. Do what you need to do to make me look cute and make me look smart. Thank you.
I'm doing amazing things with my lower half. You just can't see.
Exactly. My footwork was on point.
Oh, maybe we should edit out the lesbian veterinarian novel comments.
I'm doing the moonwalk right now. You just don't know.
Hi, I'm Megan Rush, the program coordinator of the LGBT Resource Center. Nope, it's fine.
Oh, yes. Congratulations, graduates. You did it. You did it.
Hi, Omar. Hi, Omar.
Alexa, stop.